Good morning, students. Today's topic is the continuation of chapter number 2, Inside Our Earth from Geography. And today I will discuss with you about different type of rocks and minerals. So, my dear students, as I told you in my previous explanation about the different layers of the earth, it means our earth is made up by different type of rocks and combination of minerals. And as I told you that we have three layers. Number one is crust, and after that mantle and inner core or center of the earth, in which crust is made by sial. It means crust is made by the combination of silica and aluminium, and mantle, it means it is made by sima. It means the combination of silica and magnesium, and the center of the earth or core is made up by Nephi. It means nickel and ferrous. So, on the basis of above example, you can understand that our earth crust is made up by the different types of rocks and the different combination of minerals. So, first of all, one question will arise here, that what is rocks and how we can understand it. So, the definition of rocks is any natural mass. Mass means a big load. So, any natural mass of mineral matter that is responsible for the formation of earth crust, which is called or known as rocks. So, my dear students, on the surface of the earth, we can see different types of rocks which are present in different color, in different size, and all the rocks are made by the different texture. So, on the basis of that, we have three types of rocks. Number one is igneous rocks, number two is sedimentary rocks, and number three is metamorphic rocks. So, students, first of all, I will go through igneous rocks. So, what is the definition of igneous rocks? So, my dear students, igneous rocks are formed when the molten magma cools down on the surface of the earth. Then it becomes solid, and the transformation of liquid magma into the solid form is responsible for the formation of igneous rocks. Or in simple definition, you can say that when the molten magma cools down, it becomes solid. Then whatever rocks are formed, that is called or known as igneous rocks. And this rocks is also called or known as primary rocks, because first of all it is formed. So, igneous rocks are two types of. Number one is intrusive and number two is extrusive rocks. So, first of all, we have to understand what are the definition of intrusive and extrusive rocks. Okay. So my dear students, extrusive rocks are formed in this way. What is? This is when lava. So again one question will arise here, that what is lava? So students, lava is a fiery red molten magma which is coming out from the interior or from the inside of the earth on the surface of the earth. Okay, and when this molten lava comes on the surface of the earth, it is started to cool down and changed into a solid rocks. So students, whatever lava coming out on the surface of the earth, it's cooled down and becomes solid on the surface of the earth. Then this type of formation of rocks is known as extrusive igneous rocks. The word extrusive, it means exterior. It means on the surface of the earth. When lava comes out on the surface of the earth, it is cooled down, becomes solidified, then it is responsible for the formation of extrusive igneous rocks. Alright, and as I told you, this is an example of fine grained structure. So it is responsible for the formation of basalt, and basalt we can see on the Deccan plateaus of India. Okay, after that, the definition of intrusive rocks. So my dear students, when volcanoes erupted and lava or molten magma cools down inside the earth. Alright, after the eruption of volcano, when magma not reaches on the surface of the earth, it is stopped inside the earth. Then after the cooling, it is changed into the solid rocks, and this type of formation of igneous rocks inside the earth is known as intrusive igneous rocks. And in the compare of intrusive igneous rocks takes too much time for its cooling. In simple language, it is cooled down very slowly because of formation of large grains. And after the cooling and solidifying of igneous rocks inside the earth, whatever rocks are formed, that is known as granite. And granite is an example of very hard rock. Okay, after that, next is sedimentary rocks. So again one question will arise here, that how sedimentary rocks are formed. So students, this is a natural process. After the formation of igneous rocks, when these rocks roll down, cracked and break into a number of pieces, and during the rolling time, it is hit each other and again broken down into a very small rocks or fragments. And students, these very smaller particles are called sediments. Alright, It means due to the natural process, due to the rainfall, due to the movement of a very fast uh, wind, sometimes rocks roll down, cracked, and hit with each other, and again it is changed or broken down into a very small particles. Then this particle is known as sediments. Okay, and when these sediments are taken by or transported by the movement of wind and water from one place to another place, again it is break down into a very small process, and somewhere it is deposited by wind and water. So, due to the continuous deposition of these sediments on a surface of the earth, any one place, it is responsible for the formation of sedimentary rocks. For example, it means what type of rocks are formed by the sedimentary rocks formation. So, sandstone is made up of grain. Alright? And students, as I told you, due to the movement of wind and water, it is continuously deposited by all these natural factor on a surface of the earth in a form of layers. So students, due to the slowly deposition of these layers, it is also responsible for the containing of dead bodies of animals and dead plants and microorganisms, whatever once lived on them. So, year by year deposition of these sediments on that rocks is responsible for the formation of fossils. So again students, one question will arise here that, so students, the definition of fossils is the remains of the dead plants and animals trapped in the layers of sedimentary rocks are called fossils. Alright. After that, last rock is metamorphic rocks. Then we have to understand how this metamorphic rocks is formed. So students, after the formation of igneous and sedimentary rocks, when after a long natural process and after long period of time, due to the heat, pressure and temperature, these two rocks are changed into a metamorphic rocks. For example, clay is a soft soil, but due to the too much heat, pressure and natural process, and after a long period of time, it is changed into a slate. And after that, next example is limestone. Limestone is an example of sedimentary rocks. But students, after the formation of limestone, after a very long period of time, due to too much heat and pressure, it is started to solidify and change into a marble. So students, now you can understand, after a long natural process and due to the too much heat and pressure, these igneous and sedimentary rocks are changed into a metamorphic rocks, like clay changes into slate and limestone into marble. So students, for today's that's all. In my next explanation, I will discuss with you importance of rocks and rocks cycle. So listen my lecture very carefully. If anywhere, if you have any doubt or confusion, then contact me. All right. Thank you and have a nice day.